Rhode Island Board of Elections telling us more than 149,000 people have already voted in person as of 6 o'clock last night. More than 156,000 mail ballots have been received. And in Massachusetts, look at those numbers, more than 2.5 million people have cast their ballots early this year. In local coverage, mayors of Warwick and Woonsocket facing challenges today in their re-election bids. In the cities of Central Falls, Cranston also electing new mayors. And 12 News reporter Erica Ritchie is live in Cranston this morning with a preview of that race. Erica.
All right, guys, just about 1 hour away until the polls open. Here we're outside of Hope Highlands Middle School, and you can see behind me poll workers have already begun showing up here. It'll be interesting to see what voter turnout looks like, because early in-person voting saw between 500 and 600 people a day. There's a lot on the line here in Cranston. Cranstonians voting for a new mayor and the District 15 House seat currently occupied by Speaker Nick Mattiello. That's up for grabs, too. Let's start with the mayoral race, if you will. Republican Ken Hopkins facing off against Democratic challenger Maria Bucci. Hopkins is the endorsed candidate of sitting Mayor Alan Fung, who is term limited. His campaign has centered around his time as a city councilor and his background in education as the former athletic director of Cranston East. Bucci also served on the city council for a time, but has focused her efforts in her campaign on touting her business experience as the director of patient services at the Thomas Slater Center, a medical marijuana dispensary. Overall, it's been a very clean race for the two, free from smears, and each candidate says that in and of itself is a message to voters.
I feel excited. Either way, we've had a great campaign. My team has done a great job for me. The voters have been very optimistic and upbeat when I knock on their doors. Even my opponent, we've gotten along very well. And I think that's a sign of what we wanted to do here in Cranston.
I'm very excited to see what happens. It truly has been a great experience. I do feel really confident, but we'll see what happens.
All right, we will see. Certainly a lot of optimism and positivity for the mayoral candidates. Certainly can't say the same for the candidates vying for that District 15 House seat. Speaker Mattiello and his opponent, the mayor's wife, Barbara Ann Fenton-Fung, they've been handing jabs back and forth to each other this entire race. We're going to take a closer look at the matchup between the two of them coming up 30 minutes from now. For now, live in Cranston, Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
Okay, thanks, Erica. Polls open today from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. If you haven't returned your mail ballot, you can drop it off at one of the secure drop boxes by 8 o'clock tonight. It is too late now to mail that ballot. If you run into long lines, election officials say your vote will count as long as you're in a line by 8 o'clock. And in Rhode Island, anyone who missed the registration deadline, you can actually register to vote today on the spot. However, you will only be allowed to vote in the presidential race, not the state, local, or federal races. And by the way, Massachusetts does not have day of registration. And be sure to stay with 12 News throughout the day for all of your local election coverage. That's right. We'll have live local updates every half hour starting at 7 o'clock tonight on WPRI.com. Tim White, Ted Nesi with a special presentation that starts at 8 o'clock tonight. Of course, we'll have breaking news and results all night long on 12 News and WPRI.com as well. All right, here we go. Local election headquarters continuing coverage on this election day. We'll have an update on the presidential race in just a moment. But first, one of the hottest races we are watching locally. Yeah, House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello holding the most powerful position in Rhode Island, facing another serious challenge for the third election in a row. 12 News reporter Erica Ritchie live in Cranston this morning with a closer look at the race and the woman challenging the incumbent.
Well, lots of vested interest here, guys. Of the 11,000 registered voters in District 15 here in Cranston, more than 4,100 of them have already cast their ballots. Maybe they knew that it was going to snow today on Election Day here in Cranston, which it's doing right now. Another casualty of 2020, I guess. It's more likely, though, because this race for the District 15 seat in the House is hotly contested for Speaker Mattiello, who's currently occupying that seat, and his Republican challenger, the current mayor's wife, Barbara Ann Fenton-Fung. She says, though, as she's been speaking with those voters who have already cast their ballots, she feels pretty confident.
I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a door and they'll come to me and they're like, "You're too late, I already voted for you." So it's been an awesome feeling.
All right, Speaker Mattiello has been the District 15 representative for the past 14 years. Fenton-Fung's campaign has centered around what she says are his unfulfilled promises in that time, citing the failure to eliminate the car tax thus far. In our newsmakers debate between the two, the Speaker said it will get done if he's reelected. It's been a very contentious race between the two of them. Fenton-Fung capitalizing on the trial of Mattiello's former campaign aide, Jeff Britt, who's accused of money laundering in connection with Mattiello's 2016 campaign. Now, Mattiello, who was not accused of a crime, denies knowledge of the accusation, and instead he's pivoted his campaign to focus on reforms on his watch he says have been made Smith Hill more transparent.
Lobbying reform, putting the General Assembly back under the jurisdiction of the Ethics Commission, putting our financial disclosures online.
All right, a reminder that no matter who wins that District 15 seat in the House today, that's not an automatic appointment to the Speaker of the House. That is a position that's decided by members of the House in January. Now, coming up at 7 o'clock over on Fox Providence, we're going to be taking a look at the mayoral race here in Cranston and talk to the candidates there about the waiting game that could be for the returns to come in. That's 7 o'clock on Fox Providence. For now, live in Cranston, Erica Ritchie, 12 News.